All right, so now we're going to do another example of solving a system in 3 variables. So step 1 is to make sure that they're all in the same order, which lucky for us they are. I have x's, then y's, then z's equals some number over here. So step 1 is done for me. Step 2, I want to look for a pair of opposites. If I don't have one, I'm going to multiply to get one. So do I already have any pairs of opposites? No. This time I don't have one automatically. So now you just want to, just like if it was 2 variables, find one that it would be pretty easy for you to get a pair of opposites. Do you see a pair? Second and the last, and what would you do? Sure. You could multiply the bottom one by a negative, and then you'd have a positive 2x there and a negative 2x there. So let's do that. I'm going to take the second and the third. So the second one I'll just recopy as it is. And then the third one we're going to multiply through by a negative 1. So that's a negative 2x minus 3y plus 5z equals negative 2. All right, we'll add those 2 equations together just like when it was 2 variables. And now I have a helpful hint for you. Once you have combined these 2 and one variable is gone, I would star this equation. Because you're going to do a whole bunch of other math, and it's important to remember to come back to this guy later. Okay, yeah. Are you sure? Okay. So now, step 3 tells me that I need to go back and I need to use the equation that I have not used yet. So I have not yet used the first one. Yep. Did I mess up?
Wait, never mind, sorry.
Okay, I haven't used the top one yet. And I have to, see how this time I canceled out x? I have to cancel x again. So I have to use the top one. And I have to use either one of these 2, it doesn't matter, but I have to cancel x again. Okay? So, why don't I use the top one, and then I could multiply the second one by negative 2 to get that pair of opposites there? Do we agree? Okay, so I'm going to rewrite the top one. 4x minus 4y minus 2z equals negative 22. And then we said we were going to multiply through the second one by a negative 2. Hi.
Hi, this is for advisory. That's 4 and 5.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now I have that done. I'm ready to add these 2 equations together. All right, so I'm going to add them. The x's are gone again. Now I just have negative 2y plus 6z equals 8. Star this equation. Do you notice anything about my 2 starred equations? What do they both not have? They both don't have x. Now, guys, I hope that you see this is just a system with 2 variables, and you know how to handle these, right? So what we do is we start with the 3 variables and we pare it down till I get a system of just 2 variables. Now you solve these 2 starred equations just like you normally would. So if I'm going to solve them by elimination, couldn't I multiply the bottom one by a negative 2? Yeah? Okay, so I'll take the first start equation. I'm just going to slide down here a little bit. First start equation, just like I see it, negative 4y plus z equals negative 17. And now I'll multiply the second start equation through by a negative 2. Oops, off my screen. Okay, not so bad. We found our first number. You're ready to find the second number. All you have to do is go back to one of your two start equations. It doesn't matter which one. Just go back to one of them, plug in the answer you just found, and you can find the other one. So what would you rather deal with, the top one or the bottom one? Yeah, I think the bottom one's a little bit easier. So let's take that bottom one and plug in 3 for z. Did we all get 5 for y? Now that we have z and we have y, the only thing I need now is x. How do you think I find that? Yep, I'm going to go right back. I have 2 of my variables now. If I go all the way back to my originals, if I know 2 of these, I can find the missing one. So now pick any one of your originals. It does not matter which one. And plug in the 2. You want to do the last one? I agree. That one's got the smallest numbers. So if we just take that bottom equation and we plug in the 2 that we found out that, oh, x is the one that we don't know. Hold on. I still don't know x, but I know y is 5. Z is 3, and now I can figure out what x is.
There's no easier way to do this.
This is the easy way. Now, your final answer, when you put them all together, is what? Someone said it. 1, 5, 3. Make sure you go in alphabetical order, right? X, Y, Z. Don't forget that once you have the solution, you can go back and you can double check it in any of your originals. All right, so once you have the 3, there it is.